A question that comes up a lot is whether you should use a dedicated GPS or just use your phone for navigation on your bike. I mean, honestly, most of the time I don't think you really even need either, but sometimes they're pretty handy. So I've been running both side by side for a couple weeks just to try it out. This is the Trail Tech Voyager Pro, and this is a Google Pixel that I modified the weatherproof case that it was in by just adding a GoPro mount to the back. I used some industrial epoxy, and so far it's held on just fine. So running these side by side has been pretty interesting. There's a lot of things the phone does quite a bit better than the Trail Tech. Navigating in the city, for instance, but the Trail Tech, advertises it's not really for that. So the thing the phone cannot do is tie in with the bike's tach and electrical system and radiator like the Trail Tech does. And that's the main reason I have the Trail Tech. I find that to be pretty useful, and it's the thing I use the most. Whether you can do it with your phone, maybe you can. I mean, you could definitely use a phone as a speedometer just by using the GPS. And you can see on the Trail Tech, I use the speedometer on the Trail Tech with the GPS. I don't have the wheel sensor, so that's why it moves from 0 to 1 mile an hour sometimes. But the phone does almost everything the Trail Tech does as far as maps and navigating. The GPS on both is about the same as far as accuracy goes. I do have a SIM card in this phone, but most of the time I'm not using it. The SIM card I'm just using for data only. And in 2 weeks I used about 300 megabytes of data. That's it. Just updating the maps. I have no service as far as text or voice on this phone, just data only, which you don't even really need that as long as you stop somewhere that has Wi-Fi once in a while. The Trail Tech uses maps that you load on with an SD card, and they're not too bad, but they're definitely not as good as the Google Maps, which are free. As far as the multimedia, the music, the phone is a little better than the Trail Tech as far as playing music. Ties in with my Cardo easier. I've had some connection problems getting with the Trail Tech to work with the Cardo. It seems to lose connection a lot. I don't really know why. I haven't had any of those issues with the phone. So I have this phone set up pretty simple. I'm just using the Google Drive app, and that's it. And that gives me the media and the maps here. And I don't use the phone on here. I just keep my phone in my pocket that's got my voice plan, and I have that set to my Cardo. So the question is, what's better? Well, I would say all around the Trail Tech is better just because it's more durable and it does things the phone cannot do as far as tie into the bike. But if you weren't interested in the tach and the gauges, I would say definitely just go with the phone. The maps on the phone, even without service, are better than the Trail Tech, so you can download a lot of offline maps on an old cell phone, or if you just use your regular phone. But I like having this phone on here that's just done on with the GoPro mount. Let's see if I can get in there. You can see how I got it in there. And both of them are running off of this PMD60 power module right here. The Trail Tech and the phone have its own dedicated circuit on there, so there's no issues there. And there's a USB port underneath the Trail Tech that keeps the phone charged. And then the Trail Tech is wired directly into the PMD60. Or PDM60, I'm sorry. Close enough. So, as far as that goes, my answer is both will work. If you have an old phone laying around, that's definitely going to be a lot cheaper. And if it's, a phone that's just a couple years old, it's probably going to be a lot better than the Trail Tech is as far as navigating, as long as it has its own GPS. And either one works.